In the shop last night, I did get a couple pieces of OSB up. We got vapor barrier up on the south wall here. Again, you'll notice the gap on the bottom. We can flip that plastic up, run utilities underneath there. We're going to have steel wainscot to about here somewhere. I'm not sure if we're going to the bottom of the outlets or the bottom of the windows, because if I go to the bottom of the outlets, I don't have to trim around anything. But we'll see. My goal tonight, so basically I'd like to finish up the south side. As far as insulation and vapor barrier goes, and a couple more sheets of OSB on here, particularly right here, so I could start building the setup for the heat exchanger, putting the manifolds on for in-floor heat. But I'm not going to get too crazy until we get at least the first 2 or 3 rows of ceiling steel on right here. Till we get some of that on the ceiling, because I don't want to be trying to put the ceiling up above all this stuff that's going to be here. There's going to be a lot going on in that corner. So that's the update on the shop progress. It is not as much as I'd like right now, but we're going to give her hell here. Been scrambling doing a lot of things, but it's time to focus on this. I got some things I have to do outside in the daylight this weekend. Out here in the shop tonight, obviously we don't have any heat yet. I tried to get the little ready heater over there fixed. Wah, wah. That thing can go in the scrap pile. So, kind of shifted my gears here a little bit. Stuffed some insulation in that back wall. I need to get 2 sheets of OSB up there. That one's not critical because it's going to overlap over here. Get those 2 put up right there. I can start getting things mounted for heat. Get a few pieces of steel on the ceiling there so I don't have to worry about all the heat stuff being in the way. So for the rest of the night, my plan is to finish the vapor barrier down there. Obviously that means insulating that cavity, which isn't a huge deal. Get the vapor barrier put up around that side, and then I can use what's left over. We'll do this wall right here, this section. I'm going to make a big push here to try to get this done. Get the insulation put in the rest of this, the styrofoam at minimum. Get the styrofoam put in there. Put the top section of 2x4s in up there. So it'd be this rail right here. Get those put in, because I can always toenail studs in if I need to. Get the ceiling put in, and try to at least get the heat exchanger hooked up in the corner so I could at least manually plug it in and then run heat in here, take the chill off while I'm doing the rest of it. I'd really like to get the attic insulation in as well, but that's going to be time consuming because I got to get this boxed in around up here for the pocket garage door. If you didn't see that video, check that one out. I'll try to get a link up above at some point. I got a lot to do, so let's get to work. All right. You can see we got a little framing going on here. Insulation's done in that corner. For me, insulation is one of those things where it sucks, okay? Let me just say that to begin with. It sucks. But you're going to reap the benefits of taking your time and doing it right. I know a lot of people just want to stuff it in there, cram the crap in there, cover it up, say the hell with it. Nobody's going to look at it anyway. But that's when you're in the middle of winter, it's 20 below, it's a little windy out, and you're going, what the hell is that breeze? That's when that comes back to bite you. I try to take advantage of every bit of this that I can. Make sure that you're using the craft face correctly. Staple that stuff out. It's not a vapor barrier, but it will help if there's a breeze somewhere. Now, again, in here, I'm overlapping. I'm basically overly redundant. We have the pink foam insulation. We're 2x6 studded. We got the craft face insulation installed correctly. Make sure you're installing it correctly. Staple that crap on there like you're supposed to. Make sure it's overlapping and it's sealing up nice. It'll pay off in the long run. Vapor barrier, no, you don't need 6 mil, but I would, if it was me, I'd go with 4 mil anyway, because when you get down below that, that stuff gets so thin, it tears so easy. What the hell with that stuff? Go all out. So, I'm going to get the vapor barrier up over there. Then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to cut that last sliver of insulation and get the vapor barrier up on that. We'll get some OSB on this wall yet tonight. Well, isn't that a fine freaking how do you do? We might not have heat this winter.